Good morning, Unity.
Good morning, Eric.
Yeah, that's not bad, but now that everyone's like, oh, we're starting. Let's not talk anymore. Good morning, Unity.
Good morning, Eric.
And you're saying, who is this Yutz up here? It's not the normal guy. No, it's not. Dave is out with COVID. So that means we gotta put up with me. But we're gonna do some singing and have some fun. And if you want to sing with us, feel free to do that. I am not gonna, there's no controlling here. If you'd rather just take in the ambiance, then you are perfectly free to do that. But for those who feel like it, we don't sing from our seats, we sing from our feet. So feel free to stand, and we're gonna have some fun. Donna, where are you?
I'm right here.
There you are.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Okay. The words of this are very simple. I say they're very simple because that way I'm more certain that we won't screw them up, because it's earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, fire my spirit.
Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit.
Earth my body, water
My blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit.
Earth my
Body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Under my feet, Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Hey, 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 hey. Under my feet, Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat.
I think we all know this one.
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Prepare me to be a Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you, Donna. So beautiful. Is that not a gorgeous way to start our morning? Right? Absolutely amazing. Welcome to Unity of Central Oregon. I am your fearless host, Rochelle Indra. And, oh my God, thank you. Eric, we should take this on the road, you and I. We should start every time by you being like, Rochelle, you look beautiful today. Let's just always start it.
I particularly like the boots.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Well, in light of that, I always love... Eric, you're my favorite. I always love when Kevin hosts, and he always brings us back to our center with talking about, being from Hawaii and, the mahalo and the aloha, which is always so centering and grounding when he's up here hosting. But y'all, I just spent a week in Nashville, so I think we need a little yeehaw this morning. Who's with me? Yeehaw, right? Might have bought a couple of boots, but yeah. So we can mix it up with a little Yahoo. Let's do our mission statement. And we are a wild soul sanctuary. Let me hear it. Woo! I love when we do that because I just love how much that's got to freak out the people who are here for the first time. Right? It's just absolute terror. Like, oh, they seem so lovely, and yet feral. And isn't that what we are? Let's do our mission statement together. We stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. Wonderful. Thank you. And Eric, I want you to know that everybody stood up. Even people who didn't want to felt the shame in the room, and they stood up. So I do like that we say stand, and we do it, those who are willing and able. We are going to do what I know is every introvert's favorite time, which is to say good morning to your neighbor. And I know sometimes we get so nervous and uncomfortable, and we try to cheat and just say hi to the person we came with. I can see you. I can see you. I know who you came with. Absolutely not. But it is wonderful to take a time and just to say hello to your neighbors. So take a moment, and if you don't have a neighbor next to you, feel free to get up and move. Okay, thank you. Let's return to our seats. What I love about doing this is that everybody in the beginning is dreading it. Everybody's like, oh gosh, that's right, we gotta do that. And then I can't get you people to sit down once we get started, right? It's that we get so nervous about doing it, and then we absolutely love it. So I'm glad that we do that in the morning, because I just look out here and see everybody smiling, everybody happy. It's beautiful. Let's say a big thank you to our team that is here, both on stage. Obviously, we get all the accolades because we are on stage, and believe me, it helps with our mother wounds, so we'll take all the accolades we can get, but there's so many more people who volunteer on Sunday mornings that don't get the accolades, and that is the team doing the food, that is the team doing the trash, that is our AV team, that is music, that is all the different people who are here every Sunday, or as many Sundays as they can, helping out. So let's give a big round of applause to them. Yeah. They do a great job. And then my favorite is that we have our chair on stage, and this is a moment for us to fill the space with people we love. And maybe it's the people we love who chose to sleep in this morning and are not here with us, those who live across the country, live across the world, those who have passed over the Rainbow Bridge. You guys always know I put my 5-pound Pomeranian here on the laps of anybody that you put there. So it just gives us a moment to think about who we love and who is here in our heart with us always, and we can actually place them somewhere. And so I want to give you a moment to think about who you place in that chair to be with us in congregation, to be with us in celebration this morning. Just take a little second for that. Okay, and we always love to do our land acknowledgement, to remember the tribes that were here before us, that stewarded this land before we were here, and that is the Wasco, Warm Springs, Klamath, and Paiute tribes. So we always like to take a moment to say thank you to the stewards of the land, and we hope that we can also be good stewards of this land. I say that as a giant Costco moves in next door, but we do what we can, okay? We do what we can, okay? We can't fix everything. And this morning, we want to do a statement of intention. And I was thinking about a statement of intention for this service, and I was thinking about what our Reverend Jane was going to be talking about today, and about alignment. And this is something in therapy and in coaching, we talk a lot about what does it feel to be aligned in your body. And so my intention for everybody today, as we go through this wonderful service and as we listen to Reverend Jane talk, is what does alignment feel like in your body? What does it feel like for you? Where in your body do you feel it? Alignment in yourself, alignment in your community, in this room, on this land. My intention is that throughout this, we are focusing on alignment and what it feels like. Because once we can feel it in our body, we can keep it with us. So that's my intention. Who's ready for celebrations? Yeah. Ooh, hands going right up. Okay. And I have, oh my gosh, yes. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Oh, Cheetah is ready. Okay. Would you like to take this around? And we've got one for you. Okay. He's got his hand up. I think he had a celebration. Do you mind taking it? Raise your hand again so she can see. Yeah, here you go. Put the glasses on first, obviously. Let's do it. Okay, what's your celebration?
I'm so celebrating for my soccer game. And Nolan, he comes to my school and he comes to my soccer game too. We're on the Leopards team.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, one right here. Yep, she's got one right here. Wonderful. Thank you, Nolan, for coming to the soccer games. Fantastic. Love your glasses.
Hi. This year was a tragedy because I didn't get to have any baby goats. And that was because I really need help to do the goat thing. This year, just now, I found an intern who's going to help me do the goat thing. So we will have baby goats in the spring.
Woohoo! That is a celebration for sure. Oh, Jane, Reverend Jane. Nope, Jane, you're going to wait.
Hi, my name's Mary. I am celebrating going to Unity Village this next week for a whole Earth or whole planet celebration, a world for all beings. Wow. And I'm very excited about that. I leave Thursday, come back Sunday at midnight, so I'll miss next Sunday's service. Okay. And I'm also celebrating getting ready to go to Arizona for the winter, so I'll miss you all.
Okay, we will miss you too. And that's a good reason to miss next Sunday. We'll allow that. Have a wonderful time.
Well, I'm celebrating opportunities for community. So last week, if you were here, you saw all the wonderful baked goods that we had to share to raise for the youth program. And I bought a cake, and I was not going to eat that whole cake by myself and Jeff. And so I thought, well, this is a good reason for a party. And so I called up the people from Unity that I knew that lived near me and said, why don't you come over for cake and tea? And so they came, and they came at 7, and at 10 o'clock, I had to chase them out. and then 2 days later, I had the newcomers dinner, and they left at 8, but that was a wonderful, wonderful experience. So I just feel so rich with community here, and I just want that for all of you. And so I would say find someone who likes to bake, like Sam or Suzanne or Aaron, get a cake and have a party.
She loves community, but she loves community to leave at 8, so bear that in mind. All community love. Okay, yeah, Donna, right at the back there, in the black. Straight back. Right down. Everything worth having is worth waiting for. Perfect.
Oh my goodness. I'm not going to the Unity thing at
Unity Worldwide, which I'm a little disappointed about. However, what do? We replace it with amazingness. So I'm going to be here on Saturday with you all. You're all going to be there at the Unity fundraiser. So I decided that is my priority, and please come. Yay. A beautiful team of people got that together. And the other thing I want to celebrate is that after 12 years of using the doTERRA products, I'm finally a rep the last month and a half, and I'm having such a glorious time doing it. And it's much more exciting than I ever imagined. And I also want to celebrate that Eric and I needed to collaborate, and as we always do, we had a blast doing it, and this Soulshine team is a real team, and I'm very grateful.
Wonderful. And then we have this lovely couple right over here, and Nico, and then that will be our end.
Hi, I'm celebrating our amazing Bend Film Festival that I've been attending last few days, and I'm just so inspired by what people are doing all over the world for one another, for the planet, for animals. There was an amazing documentary about hummingbirds, a woman that saves them, and I learned so much about those beautiful creatures. So that's what I'm celebrating.
Woohoo! Absolutely. Perfect.
Okay, this next Saturday is our garage sale, and I know that there's a lot of people. Would you guys raise your hands that are donating stuff from your home? Awesome, far out. Okay, if there's somebody here that only has a few things but doesn't want to come at 8 a.m. and drop it off, I will be happy to come to your house and pick up what you have. If it's just a little bit of stuff, because sometimes it's just hard to, you have 3 shirts you want to get rid of or something. So let me know. Talk to me after the service, and I'll come to your house and pick it up for you, and then we'll donate it for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I have 3 ex-boyfriends for you. I had a better joke, wrong crowd. Okay, Nico at the door. I forgot this was not a nighttime performance.
All right, Lorraine Schechter online is saying good morning.
Good morning.
New member Randy Dickinson is recovering from a medical issue, but we've started a meal train for him. She's celebrating those who have signed up and invite others to sign up. He appreciates our Unity community.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Nico. Okay, and if you don't mind running that mic right back up here, I'm going to do our Earth celebrations. If you can
I have
bring-
a celebration too.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, absolutely. Girl who works hard. Let's do this.
I'm celebrating that my sister Phoenix is gonna be having her birthday in a couple weeks, and she's turning 5.
She's turning 5, the big 5. Gosh, we remember it well. Okay, thank you so much. Phoenix, turning 5. That's going to be so wonderful. Thank you. Give her a round of applause again. Like the cutest thing. Okay, and as always, we have an Earth celebration, like the woman brought up about how wonderful it is to see documentaries of people doing just spectacular things in the world. So often we only hear about the awful things that are happening climate-wise, so it's so wonderful to see people helping and doing wonderful things. So our Earth celebration is the Los Cedros Forest in Ecuador's Andes, one of the world's most biodiverse places, was saved from mining by a landmark court ruling that recognized nature's legal rights. Based on a ruling that was built on the Ecuador's 2008 constitution, this has now become a global system and a precedence for the protecting ecosystems worldwide. So that is, yeah, give it up. How wonderful. Absolutely. How wonderful is that? So I love that we put together these things to just remember that there are people making a difference out there, and it feels so, so good. So love that. Now we get to do our blessings of the kids. So kiddos and those working with kiddos, come on up. And we also wanted to talk about the fundraiser, you guys. We need to match $5,000 for the kids program, and we are at $4,500. $4,500. So if anybody has a $500 bill in your pocket right now, let's just clear this right up. Let's just get this handled. If not, there are still other ways to donate. So we are just $500 short for that match. But congratulations on getting to $4,500, you guys. Again, round of applause. Doing such a great job for the kiddos. So, and then you lovely ladies were going to,
So good morning. My name is Genesis, and I'm one of the youth directors here together with Ilana Holland. And we want to really thank, again, Charlotte and Dan Pebbles for initiating this match fundraising event. And today, after service, we are, well, first of all, I have a question. Who likes children's drawings?
Ooh, yeah.
Well, you are in for a treat because Matthew Lawton actually created an app that turns the innocence of children's drawing into the spirituality of sacred geometry. And we're selling that after service in the foyer. So, and then we have some snacks and treats for you as well that's very healthy. So we'll have fun and enjoy.
Wonderful. That sounds fantastic. So stick around after to, and even if you're not in the market for some drawings, you got to just check that out. It sounds amazing. So let's be honest, we're all in the market for children's drawings. So sometimes we're not sure if our drawings look like children's drawings, but well, let's do the blessings of the children together. We appreciate the holy gifts that you are. We see the divine light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. Okay, you guys, go enjoy. Enjoy. Oh, I know, and then she can't. I know, we'll get to, don't worry, I'm already screwing up, guys, it's fine. Next time. I know, I'm already in trouble. Let's do announcements. We are ready. So we are on Sunday. We are, as always, we have our Sunday evening sound bath at 6 p.m. tonight. If you guys have not come to this is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I always like to bring an entire nest with me because I'm over 40. So I bring a knee pillow, I bring a back pillow, I bring a head pillow. You bring a scrunchy little something to cozy up with. And so often in life, we are taught to always be giving and not to be receiving. And sound healing is one of those times in our lives where we get the opportunity to receive. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I invite you to come. The sun will be setting. It is absolutely magical if you haven't done it, and allow yourself to receive. So I highly recommend that one. We are doing, as you saw on the front door, I think we've been talking about it, the Unity Fair and Garage Sale. As she so beautifully said, she doesn't mind coming and picking things up from your house if that would be easier for you. We will be having live music from Sweet Red and the Hot Rod Billies, which I think you've heard before. They're amazing, so fun. And this will be happening on October 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we still need more things. And I know you have things. I know you have all those things that you say you're going to use someday that you bought and feel guilty you never used. Don't feel guilty. Pass them on to somebody else who could use them. So whether you come and bring them to us or if it is better for you to have them picked up, as long as there's not too many of them, we can do that as well. And then we'd also like to have people volunteer for the day. Those of you who just love garage sales, this is your time to shine. Come and help us out with the garage sale. Next, we have the Divine Healers. If you have not been to one of these, this is also incredible. Talk about receiving. These are healers that come, that have so much love in their heart that they are giving away their services. Yeah. What? August. It was wonderful. I want you to know it was spectacular. We loved it. You missed it. But there will be another one. It will be after the garage sale. Will be this coming. We just wanted you to feel real bad about missing that one. Okay. So you do. Good. So it will be. So we'll have that. And like I said, if you haven't come and experienced it before, it is so humbling to see people that give their time just to help healing. I mean, that is like absolutely magical. So I invite you to take that time out for yourself to do that. Voiceless, the musical that is coming Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. I talked to Claire about this. She says it's absolutely wonderful. We host amazing things here. Did anybody go to the Storytellers a couple of weeks ago? Yes. Some people actually performed at it. It was phenomenal. I love getting to see our space transformed at night, getting to welcome new people into our space, and then just see more magic up on stage. So I highly recommend coming to this musical Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. And so you can check out the website for more details. I talk very fast. Lots of the details are also on the website. If you're like, what's that thing that she said? You can always check out the website to make sure that you don't miss anything. And now we transition into our talk for the day. We are so lucky to have Reverend Jane here for our talk today. Remember, we said it was about alignment and about how to align. She's going to be talking about aligning with the principles. And as I always like to say when I introduce her, if you don't know Jane well, you have to. Just leave by 8. But you need to get to know her, because nobody in the world gives better hugs. Nobody in the world sees you when they look into your eyes. She just has this way of making you feel at home in her presence. So if you don't know Jane, you have to get to know her. And for the rest of us who have tears in our eyes just thinking about how loved we are by her, thank you, Jane.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy, he's rich. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings. You're gonna take to the sky. Till that morning, child, there ain't no one to harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. Are jumping, and the cotton's so high. Oh, your daddy, he's so rich, and your mama, she is so good-looking child. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings. You're gonna take to the sky. But until that morning, child, there ain't no one to harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. With Daddy and Mammy standing by.
That is Donna B.
Oh my goodness. That was just incredible. Talk about shining a light. And isn't it great that it's August? When Eric came to me and he said, well, how about summertime for a song? And I thought, except that it's the middle of October. I can work with that. Because that song just so beautifully expressed what we're going for with alignment. It's just, it painted a picture of what can be rather than what's wrong. So today is all about how we use the technique we call prayer, and I'm not liking that word anymore because it's an example of embedded theology. That means you have a word that seems innocent enough, but it has a whole set of suitcases that come with it. And those suitcases are about what you were taught when you were a kid about that word. And so prayer is one of those that we have ideas about that are no longer useful. They bring back shades of Janis Joplin. Can you hit it in a minute, Eric? Lord, won't you buy me? That one. I could have done it, but I knew he'd do it better. So that's the old idea of prayer. And really, it doesn't work reliably because we have to talk about another word that doesn't work, and that's God. There is no God that's out there granting favors, throwing lightning bolts, or just answering these prayers. That isn't a person. What we call God is a principle. It's a field. It's an energy. We struggle to get the words that will give us the concept, but it isn't a who. It isn't a who that we pray to. All right, now I'm going all Dr. Seuss on you. That's not. However, what prayer really is, it's a practice of alignment where we get ourselves out of the place that we're in through changing our consciousness. Does anybody else have a mind that sometimes keeps them up at night with all their ideas of either what they're going to do or what's wrong with the world or what's wrong with the situation or I don't see enough hands because I'm really thinking that almost all of us do this. And if we don't, it's only because we took really good drugs to sleep through the night. And then we're doing it all day long. Okay, it's the human tendency. It's the human tendency to think that we're in control, but we're not. And if we can shift how we think about things, then we can change our world. In Unity, we talk about 5 spiritual principles. The first one I talked about the last time I was speaking is God is all there is. That whatever that word is that we use, there's only one. It's the only isness. Nothing else. And if there's only one, then principle 2 is a logical follow-up. We're that. How could we be anything else? There's only one. So we're like the rainbow. There's one rainbow, but all these colors. So we're all these expressions of this one, but we're still coming from that rainbow. We're still that, with access to all that power. Everything that we can imagine, that is, we are that. But we don't always know it. More often, what we're doing is looking at our circumstances, and then judging from our circumstances, we are deciding who we are and what is possible for us. So we open our wallet, and it's like, I only got a couple dollars in there. I must be poor. Instead of looking at the all, where abundance is the nature of it, and saying, wait a minute, I am that. I must be rich. And allowing that to talk to my wallet instead of my wallet talking to that. But we all do that. It's human nature, because we walk in this world of duality where this seems real. This situation, this mess, whatever it is, seems so real. And we don't know how to fix it, which doesn't stop us from trying, right? we definitely give it our best efforts. And usually only when we hit bottom with whatever those efforts are, do we finally realize this is not working. I need a higher power here. In prayer, I really want today, I want to teach you about how to use this alignment practice. We talk a lot about it here. We have a team that will pray with you. But that doesn't mean I've got this problem, let me give it to you, and now you can take care of it for me. That's not what that means. We stand in alignment with you. We stand there to support you in knowing that you are strong. Sort of like Red Rover, you want a team, and you're all joining hands, and the more you've got, the stronger your team is, right? So the team here is supporting you in knowing who you are and knowing what is truth. But each one of us is responsible to know that for ourselves. And because this is not what we grew up learning, it requires some practice and some education. And so I want to break that down for you a little bit today. So there are steps to it. The first step is, and I'm getting this from this book, Discover Your Divinity. I've talked about this before, and I actually ordered some copies. So if you're interested in buying them, you can get them here today. And if we run out, we can order more for you. But this book is a compilation. It was written by 2 Unity ministers, And it's a compilation of the way that Unity used to articulate prayer and the way Centers for Spiritual Living, or formerly Religious Science, articulated it. And they kind of mashed them together. So the first step is opening. And that means, so let's do this. You've got a green piece of paper in the seat back in front of you and a pen. And if you're sitting in the first row, you can get up and look at an empty chair behind you. Because I want you to work this with me. And there should be a pen. I know there's some here, you people in the front row. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to think about something that you would like to shift using your consciousness. So it could be a situation in the world, it could be a situation in your personal life, it could be something in your family, okay? So everybody think of one thing that you would like to walk out of here knowing you have changed this. If you feel poor, maybe you'd like to walk out of here knowing you're rich. If you don't have a home, you might want to walk out of here knowing that you have a home, whatever it is. Please participate in this. Don't just say, this is something for other people to do. I got this, I'll just listen. Don't do that. So the first step is opening. So we relax our bodies. We clear out, to the best of our ability, all the chatter in our mind. And we open to the possibility that we could see this situation differently. So I open to the possibility. I'll give you an example, something that was very powerful for me using this method. Two of my daughters don't speak to each other. And this has been going on for a few years. And it's something that, oh, trust me, I have tried to make a difference with, not successfully so far. And it's something that gives me a lot of pain. And so I used this method, and I just opened to the possibility that I could find harmony in this situation, okay? The second step is I recognize. I recognize the divine is. And here, you think about what is a quality that you need. So in my situation, that example, love was the quality. I was looking for love between them, love and harmony. So again, whatever we call God, there's all these qualities that are part of that. And rather than just say, oh, all of that, help, we focus on the quality we want. So maybe it's a quality of strength. Maybe it's a quality of wholeness. Maybe it's a quality of abundance. Maybe it's wisdom. Whatever your situation is, think about what is it that is needed, that is divine. And you write that down. You say something like, I recognize there's only one power, only one presence in all this cosmos. loving harmony, or abundance, or strength, whatever it is. Write that down. Write that down to fill your situation. What is it that you are claiming? And then you go into an integration process where you acknowledge that you are that power. So in my case, I am the harmonizing power of love. I am that. It's not outside of me. It's within and all around me. It's who I am. So what is it for you? Who are you? Write it down. I am strength. I am wholeness. I am home. And then the next step is realization. I realize that I can, I realize that I know, I realize that I have. For me, I realized I can see my daughters as indivisibly love in perfect harmony. That's spiritual truth. How could they be anything else? They're born of love. They are love. They return to love. And love cannot be divided. When we think about our country and how divided our country appears to be, that's judging from appearance. Come back to spiritual truth. Every one of us is love. Love is the truth. We cannot be divided. We are indivisible. So write down, what is truth? What do you realize? And then the final step is appreciation. In many of our prayers in the past, thank you, God, was kind of the ending. But we're not praying to a God outside of us, so what's the thank you, God business? Instead, the appreciation is about appreciating my ability to shift my consciousness. So I appreciate my ability to shift from what my daughters do to who they are. That shift was huge for me. And it brought me peace. I've told you before that whenever I give a talk, it seems then I gotta do whatever it is that I'm talking about. So that I've got a real live example for you of how this works. So last night, in the middle of a wonderful sleep, I woke up. And that wouldn't have been a problem. I could have gone right back to sleep, except for my mind, which then took that opportunity to start worrying about politics and all the things that could go wrong in my mind, and all the reasons I had for what should be, and how could I persuade everybody and their dog about what the right way to think about this is. And I'm lining up arguments and thinking, well, would this work or would that work? And it's just like, stop it. I knew this was futile, but it wouldn't shut me up. And so finally, I had this great idea. What if I prayed? It wasn't the first thought, even though the talk was coming in less than 12 hours.
That's why we love you.
Yeah, but at least it was a thought, and it did come, which is why it's so valuable to be part of spiritual community and come on a regular basis, because these thoughts, at least they're in the neighborhood. And you might be able to whistle and find them when you need them. So as I'm lying there in bed, just being open to the possibility that I could see this differently, the thought occurred to me that I need a higher power here. My thoughts and all my ideas of how it should be are not working. They are not what the world needs. Even if I got a global microphone where I could tell everybody how it should be, that wouldn't work. But when I tuned in to higher power, I began to feel it, like Rochelle was talking about. What does alignment feel like in your body? I could feel myself letting go. I could feel myself relaxing and opening up to another possibility. I could feel myself, and I started to claim the wisdom, the order, and the love that is in the all. And I claimed that for our country. I claimed that for myself. I am that. And as I did that, it shifted from whatever happens, I have no control over that. I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen after whatever happens. You know, I don't know any of that. But what I know is that love is everywhere. What I know is order is knit into every cell, the very fabric of reality. What I know is that even in worst case imaginations of Armageddon or whatnot, we are not this play that we are acting in. We are the light that shines always through all things. That's who we are. That's what is happening. Light is vibrating. And when I think that thought, I felt peace. I could return to sleep. I could have trust in life. It made such a difference. And that's what I want you to have. There's a beautiful song that Soulshine does. And I'd like to invite you, just as part of this talk, for you to listen to the song and sing along with it as you hold those green pieces of paper, and if you're online, I hope that you're writing something down. These intentions that you just wrote, this shift that you wanted to make in your consciousness. Because that world that's out there, it appears one way to you, but your neighbor, it might look totally different too. Have you ever had that experience where somebody is seeing things very differently than you do? Like they're on a different planet, maybe? That's so common because it happens in our consciousness. And so the only place to change it is not out there, it's in our consciousness. Like trying to correct the mistakes in your document without using the computer. You have to go back to the source to correct it. So we have these beautiful intentions, these prayers that we have written, where we are shifting our consciousness from what appeared to be wrong to what is inherently right. And we're going to bless those with this song. Please join in. So in knowing that, in knowing I am, all is right. You know, Rumi's beautiful poem, Out Beyond Right Doing and Wrongdoing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that field, it's too beautiful. There's no words, no language, no ideas to talk about. This is the field of all being. We return to that field through practicing alignment. When you have the courage to get out of your head and move into your heart and through that doorway into the all, using spiritual principles to redesign the world that you see. A world where love is real, and is the only reality. Where strength is inherent. Where home is who you are, the source from which you come. Where abundance is in your cells, your sinews, it's everywhere. When you do that, you change your consciousness. And when we, as a community, do this together, we create such a powerful force. It's unstoppable. We create a tipping factor for the entire world. You are in service to our world when you come here and join together with others in knowing who you are and what is true, in practicing alignment. It's such important work. Coming home to being who we are. I would really love to teach a class on this, and I don't know if you're interested. So Kevin made a little, if you hit that with your phone, that QR code, you can answer 3 quick questions. Basically, what I want to know is, would you like to take a class on this? Because I don't know about you, but even I have read this entire book more than once, and this is sitting on top of 14 years of training and practice in unity prayer. And I still had to look at my crib sheet. So it's something that takes practice. I went through it with you all today because I know some of you will not be able to take a class, but I would love to teach a class where we get to practice. So my first question, if you don't do the phone thing and you're like, just give me a piece of paper and a pencil, you have that green sheet and you're going to turn it in when the offering comes by so that we can all hold your intentions in prayer. Just write on there, yes, I would like a class. Nah, I don't want a class. And if you want a class, when? So some people will only take a class if it's in the day, and other people will only take a class if it's in the night. It would be helpful for me to know that. And especially if it's in the night, I would prefer to do it on Zoom, just because my eyes are not so great at night for driving. I can do it, but it's harder. And it's also a little bit challenging with the space, like what night could we do it consistently? So Zoom makes it easier. And some of you are like, yes, Zoom, I can take the class in my pajamas. And some of you are, I did that in the pandemic, never doing it again. So I don't know. I don't know who wants what. So that's what I'm asking you. So either in the little QR code or on your paper, please tell me. And then I'll see if I can design something that works for as many people as I can. We're going to take this now out of our heads, totally into our hearts. Eric is going to play some beautiful music for us for meditation.
As we come back from whatever journey we all went on, as we come toward the end of this alignment, this spiritual chiropractic, that's sort of what coming here is like every week. We spend the whole week getting our spirit tied up in knots and come in here and have it kind of fixed up in a way. So, in that spirit, we're going to do some fun, kind of improv-y.
Lots of fun.
Huh?
Lots of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. And we invite you to join us in this fun, whether that be through singing along, because it's a song, at least at its base, that you all know. And if you don't want to sing, if you feel like dancing, I feel like dancing, you can do that. Heck, Rochelle, if you want to do some boot scoot boogie, you just go for it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's shine some light.
You all know this part.
This little light of mine,
This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine,
This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
oh, as you shine, you align, and you're fine, and it's all mine when you do what you know. You gotta let your spirit show. You gotta know that when you're in the field, you might not agree, but when it comes down to love is real for you and for me.
This little light of
This
mine,
little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it
I'm
shine.
gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine,
This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it
I'm
shine.
gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Take it away, Eric.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, a very good friend of mine. I loved it when he opened up his mouth to croak, and he just let his little froggy light shine. Yeah, yeah, that's tree frog light. This little light of mine,
This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
let it
yeah.
shine.
This little light of mine,
light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Oh yeah.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Now I want you to claim your sovereignty. I want you to claim your truth. I want you to claim that you're the most beautiful thing on this earth. When you go grocery shopping, I want you to say hi to the one in aisle 17, because you are the best people we've ever seen.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Take it home, Eric.
One more time.
One more time.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it. Sounding great.
told you we'd have fun.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for always getting up here. I mean, for most of us, singing on stage would be our worst fear, and yet these people move past it in order to share their joy with us, and we are so freaking lucky. And I'll tell you, I have never smoked a cigarette in my life, but man, when you sing Summertime, I just want to light up an old-timey cigarette. Oh man! Clink some liquor in a glass. I don't even drink. I mean, I was right there in a sequin dress. That was incredible. So thank you so much, you guys. Wonderful. One more round of applause. Soulshine on it today. Woo! That's right. That's right. Thank you. And also, thank you so much, Reverend Jane. I don't want to say that I've been doing my prayer claims wrong this whole time, but there was definitely, it was so lovely to know there was so much more I could include, and so much more. I mean, it literally says I claim, and yet I realize how little responsibility I was taking in my own claim form. So it was so wonderful to be able to see, oh, I can not just write one sentence, but I can really feel into all that needs to go in there. So I appreciate that. And I think we're also lucky at how much Jane shares her own struggles and things that she goes through with us, because I know for all of us, because I feel this way, so I've decided you do too, because I have the microphone. But when somebody shares their struggles and the hard things that they're going through in life, it gives us permission for our own vulnerability. And so when somebody shares and says, hey, these are the things I go through, these are the struggles, like I head of this organization, and she still is like, oh, right, prayer, that could help. Yeah, okay. I could try that. So it's so wonderful, and thank you so much for always vulnerably sharing with us so that we can find the vulnerability within ourselves. So I really appreciate that. So thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. It was so lovely. And now is our time for our offering. So if we can bring up the offering baskets. And I was thinking about offering when I was coming here today. And I was thinking about the fact that in a lot of communities, the community gets together and builds their spiritual community together physically. Right? They get together, they find a plot of land, they build a foundation together, they, hammer and nails, and they get the wood together, and everybody is imbuing a part of who they are into the structure, right? They're giving their time, their sweat, their energy to the building. And for us, the building's already built. We're already here. The lights are already on. It's already happening for us. And it's so easy to just sit back and be in inaction. It's so easy to sit back and just say, oh, okay, it's already taken care of. But our energy comes from what we give. And a lot of us have a very tight-held belief about the energy of our money and needing to stay with us. But that energy needs to go back, as we talk about, in order to come back to us. It has to go out in order to come back. And we don't get the gift of building this place with hammer and nails, but we do continuously, weekly, get to have the gift of giving our energy through our money to this place and imbibing and imbuing this place with what we can give. So that is why I give. And today it's just this because I give online. But please make sure that when you are giving, that's what you're thinking of. So putting your gifts in the basket, also putting your green papers in the basket. And there are many ways to give. You can give cash, which for people, millennials and under, cash is little green cotton pieces of paper that are really dirty and gross, but some people have those. Those can go in. Checks, we take checks. Again, if you're a Gen Z, it's about an IOU for gold. It's very confusing, but we do take those, and if you have no idea what either of those things are, We do have a QR code for giving as well. And you can do a monthly give, a weekly give that way as well. And so if you've been giving a certain amount and you feel like, hey, things are feeling prosperous, I'm feeling really good, hey, maybe you just up that amount a little bit. So lots of ways to give. Also, I have pockets in these pants. Come talk to me after, whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay, and feel free to dance to this song because it's my favorite. Here we go. Okay, thanks, guys.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. And thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart. Got gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. Mahalo. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. For the love of pure spirit
Within us, we bless these gifts. We celebrate
to heal,
bless and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief.
They do good work in the world and return to us
Multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. And now is the time. What, babe?
We appreciate you.
Oh, hey, thanks. I appreciate you. We're going to take this on the road one of these days. I can't wait. Now here's a time to ask if there's anybody new, this is your first time, and you'd love to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're visiting us from. If this is your 7th time or 27th time and you still have not worked up the courage, now could also be the time. You don't have to, but we would love to be able to say hi. So feel free to raise your hand if anybody is new. We won't call on you. Oh, right. Look at some of these hands. Here we go. And don't worry, we don't do a human sacrifice on the first visit. So you're safe. You're safe today. That's the third.
My brother-in-law here to join you today. We're here for the Bend Film Festival. I have a film that played here this weekend. So Laurel has been telling me about this community for a long time, so I had to come experience it for myself finally. So you can blame Laurel for us being here.
Yay! Yay! Woohoo! Wonderful.
This is my first time here, and bringing my partner Kurt, and I appreciate the hospitality, and this is very fun to see church can feel like a comedy show. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate your welcome at any time. For you guys or for anybody else that is new, if you would like to fill out one of the blue cards in the back of the seats, it just keeps you updated on what we're doing. Thank you. Somebody held it up. Yep. Perfect. It just keeps you updated on what we're doing, on all the fun things that are happening. It is not so that we can call you and say, oh, you missed church, where were you? Or for me to show up on your breakfast table being like, hi, where were you? No, we don't do that, but we'd love to keep you involved in what's going on and welcome you back anytime. So thank you, brave souls, for standing up. And we also welcome anybody here or who's online, who's here for the first time and was like, I'm absolutely not doing that. No problem. We welcome you as well. And thank you guys so much for being here, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody. Oh, no, I lied. You don't get off that easy. Prayer of intention. I knew there was going to be something. Oh, and yes, and let's bring up, if we have our lovely helpers in their white stoles. Do you have yours? Yes, and our white stoles that will come up and help pray with you at the end. This is a wonderful thing. Is anybody in the audience that can help us out with this? Is it just going to be you, Donna? Wonderful. Perfect. So, Donna, if you're new or you haven't been here in a while, and you haven't seen our prayer chaplains in their white stoles, they will often be here after service. If you want someone to pray with you, it is a magical experience. Praying by yourself is wonderful and great. The prayer claim forms are amazing, but sometimes it's just really nice to have somebody else pray with you or do a prayer for you, and that is what they're here for. I use them often. It is a really magical bonding experience. So I highly encourage that. Okay, here we go with our prayer of intention. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to love the world with my light. Wonderful. Thank you, guys, and have an amazing weekend. And stick around for the food, for chatting and enjoying, and then also for the app that can make the wonderful children's pictures into art. So, yeah, stick around. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I got gratitude in my heart. Woo! I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Have a great week. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.